Have you ever checked the weather in the morning only for it to change completely by afternoon? Or wondered why some places are always hot while others stay cold all year? This brings us to an important question. What exactly is the difference between weather and climate? So today, we're going to break it down in the simplest way possible. So what is weather? Weather refers to the short-term condition of the atmosphere around us. In other words, weather describes what is happening outside right now or within the next few days. So if you step outside and you feel hot or cold, or it's windy or rainy, that's weather. Weather can change within minutes or hours or days. For example, New York can be sunny in the morning and rainy by evening. That sudden change is weather in action. So let's give everyday examples of weather. Let's make this more practical. When you say, "It's raining today," you're talking about weather. Or when you say, "Today is very hot," that's weather. When strong winds blow or a storm happens, that's weather too. Weather is temporal and always changing. It tells you what to wear today or whether to carry an umbrella. So let's talk about what makes up weather. Weather is made up of several elements working together. First is temperature. That's how hot or cold the air feels. Second is precipitation, meaning rain, snow, or hail. Third is wind. That's moving air that can be gentle or strong. Fourth is humidity. That's how much moisture is in the air. And finally, clouds and air pressure. All these combine every day to create the weather you experience. Now let's talk about climate. What is climate? Climate is a long-term pattern of weather in a place over many years, usually 30 years or more. So while weather tells you what is happening today, climate tells you what usually happens in a place over time. For example, the Sahara is known for being hot and dry. That's its climate, not just one day's weather. Let's give some real-life examples of the differences between weather and climate. Here is an easy way to understand it. Weather tells you what to wear today. Climate tells you what clothes to keep in your wardrobe all year. If a place is usually hot, you keep light clothes. If it's usually cold, you keep jackets. One rainy day doesn't change a region's climate, but many rainy years can. Let's talk about what makes up climate. Climate is made up of long-term patterns of the average temperature, average rainfall, wind patterns, and seasonal changes over many years. Scientists study climate using decades of weather data. They look at patterns, not just for one day, or 1 month, or 1 year. So why do we study climate? Studying climate helps us plan for the future. Farmers use climate information to know what crops will grow best. Cities use climate data to plan buildings and drainage systems. Airlines and ships use it to plan routes. Climate also helps us to prepare for droughts, for floods, and extreme heat. So without understanding climate, long-term planning becomes difficult. So how do we know when climate is changing? As climate change happens slowly over many years, scientists track these long-term patterns. If average temperatures keep rising over decades, climate is changing. If rainfall patterns shift for many years, climate is changing. If ice keeps melting and sea levels rise, climate is changing. One hot day is weather, but many hotter years in a row signal climate change. So how does weather and climate work together? Weather and climate are connected. Climate is built from many years of weather. Every sunny or rainy or windy day adds to climate records. Over time, those records create patterns that define a region. So while weather changes quickly, climate changes slowly and tells the bigger story. So in conclusion, understanding the difference between weather and climate helps us understand our world better. Weather explains today's conditions. Climate explains long-term patterns. When you wake up and check the temperature, that's weather. When you know a place is usually hot or cold, that's climate. The more we understand both, the better we can prepare for the future and protect our planet. So next time the weather changes suddenly, remember, climate is the bigger picture.